a lot. But it literally started from one person just saying, "Oh, I love the way you write. Do you write? You wrote this, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then it's like God just was like, more. As soon as she signed on with me, I just got overwhelmed with people. And now I got a rap artist guy from Atlanta. I just wrote his song. He's pretty big on social media, but he's new to music. So it's exciting that people trust me enough to do this for them.
Okay.
But it's a lot.
Okay. So you mentioned before when you were talking about rapping that you had like an alter ego, and you said that you basically are a really shy and reserved person.
Mm-hmm.
How do you turn that off, or how does it just shed from you when you get ready to perform?
I think it's just because it's natural for me. I've been doing it since I was 5. I think for me, there's no place I feel more like me than when I'm performing. Especially when I don't do covers usually. I almost refuse usually. I've lost opportunities too because I like refuse, because I feel like, how am I proving that I'm a true artist if they're not respecting what I'm making? But I don't know. I feel free. I black out. I think it also stems from, I became the best performer that I am when I went through like homelessness at one point. I literally had nothing to lose. That's when I met D. That's when I got back in touch with D Rich. I was living in my car at certain points, and all I had was open mic. That's all I had. All I had was one song. And I was going to open mics, and I was performing every chance I could. And I was like, I have nothing left. Like, this is all I have. I'm not good at anything else. And so I left it every night on the stage, and it just kind of built from there. And it made me who I am on stage now. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit, like, how did you become homeless? What happened?
So I lost a job when I was out sick and lost everything. My mom had Alzheimer's, so it wasn't like I could reach out to get help. And so it was a car and it was me, and I didn't have anywhere to go. Throughout, I ended up at my dad's house eventually, but people who you think are going to be there for you just sometimes aren't. But I got so many like special blessings. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of DJ Johnny Blaze, but he was a DJ, and he knew, but he never said anything. And he would just be like, "I know you're hungry. Here, let me feed you. Here, let me pay you to host something." And he would pay me out of his pocket and lie and say other people were paying me. So it was people like him that kind of helped me get out of the situation. But I mean, life happens. One minute I was living in Cordova, and the next minute I was in my car. And I lost my license. Like, I lost everything.
Wow.
My tags went out, and then, you get tickets and you can't pay your tickets.
Yeah,
Like, it was a really bad situation, but it also saved my life because music became everything. And then I just kind of, when I got back on my feet, I lost my job again. But this time I was smart and I had saved, and I packed up everything and went to New Orleans I was like, I've been through this.
Yeah.
I'm good. So I went from New Orleans to Texas, and I made sure to be smart with my money, and I haven't looked back. So.
So the relationship with this guy came after the homelessness stint?
Yeah, I met him in Texas. I was already back on my feet, but he's the one person who knows everything. Like, I can be my full authentic self, all my trauma. He's helped me, work through that. He's like, you have to work on this. So it's made me less anxious, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Because anxiety is, here I go with my mental health kick, right? But anxiety is in and of itself just, the fear of the unknown, and that hypervigilance, that dread of the waiting on the next shoe to drop and not even knowing what that shoe looks like. That's what that is. So yeah, you had all this anxiety that you were able to work through music. That's amazing.
I mean, I only know how to do two things: financial aid and music. So I was working at colleges and all the schools just kept closing. So it was like, what do you do? Unemployment ran out, which wasn't a lot anyway. Right. So what do you do? So all I knew what to do was to sing.
And you started singing.
And it started paying the bills. So,
And so is singing what you primarily do now, or is it what you only do now?
So between that and writing, yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah. I'll throw out a little 1-2 on a TikTok video. But it just doesn't give me the same joy that like singing does. I really love the harmony, like writing, making the harmonies. It just, I love it. So there's nothing else I want to do.
Okay. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about your husband and how supportive he's been and what that support looks like. I don't think women, some of them don't know, because I know having a supportive man is like, you feel like you can do anything.
Yes, anything. I feel like I can fly. Like I said earlier, I've never felt so safe. I feel like I can just walk across the street and not have to look. Yeah. He knows every exit as soon as we get anywhere. He has a way for us to get out of everything. He will act like when we were at the Apollo the first time, he was oiling up my legs, like putting on my shoes and fanning me because he knew I was anxious. He knows
my taking care of you.
He takes care of me. His support. I know that I've actually tried to do the Apollo multiple times, and I know that it was God preventing it because of who was in my life. And I know that the things that are happening in my career now, I couldn't have done without him. Like, there's no way. Financially, emotionally, everything. My last video shoot was like $10,000. And he was like, what do you need me to do? And he was like, this is the plan. And he put it in action and we did it. Like stylists, makeup, extras. We had to travel 12 hours. Like, he took care of everything. And I've never had somebody come in and take care of me. I've always been taking care of other people. Yeah, he's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Ever.
You can't cry on the video.
I know. I'm like, I get emotional talking about him because I didn't think I deserved it for a long time.
That's a horrible feeling.
It is. Yeah. But every day he's just like, you deserve that. I carry you on my shoulders. Like, that's how when we move, he's like, you sit down. I'm going to pay somebody to pack. I'm going to pay somebody you don't have to do. I don't have to pack. I don't have to, like, yeah, I'm spoiled. He treats me like a princess.
That's amazing. That is. Yeah. So Apollo, tell me about how did you get there and what it felt like to perform? Like, tell me about that.
So I don't know if I applied or if they found me, but it was November of last year. It was a long process. And the executive producer called me and I was like shook. They were like, we love your song Heartbreak. We want you to be on. We'll give you more details next year. And then next year came and I didn't hear anything. And I was like, okay, somebody pranked me. And then finally I started getting all these emails and it was real. It didn't get scary until I got there. And the reason I say that is because they booed everybody, every single person. I was next to last. Every person before me got booed. And I was in the green room, so I could see on the camera, on the TV, everybody getting booed and crying. One person locked themselves in a bathroom. I almost threw up.
I'm literally, as you saying that, I'm literally sitting here thinking I would have just been throwing up and crying.
Never mind. I called my biological mom and she gave me the best pep talk. It could have went either way because it's not the healthiest of relationships, but she gave me everything I needed in that moment. Like, the maternal instinct that she doesn't normally have, she was able to deliver, and because I needed my mom like so bad. Like I needed my mom. My husband was already out front in the audience, and I needed a maternal figure.
Yeah.
And she gave me everything I needed. Like she was crying. She was like, "You are everything that I wanted to be," because she's the only one that can sing outside of me.
Oh.
And she was like, "Go do she was like, go do what you're supposed to do." And it just, as soon as we hung up, they were like, "Okay, come on, Javae." And I'm standing there, and then they were like, "The next person is from Memphis," and I could hear my brother in the audience, and it just, I was like, "Okay."
He was
Then
screaming his head out, wasn't he?
oh my, I had like, I want to say like 15 people flew out, 15, 20, and they were so loud when they said Memphis, and it just gave me so much peace. So I
bet the crowd knew too. You better not boo nobody from Memphis in this 15.
Listen, my brother is 6'5" and ready to fight. Okay?
Oh, listen, they was not trying to boo you. No.
He was like, "Please boo her so I can go fight you." He was not gonna let nobody boo his little sister, but it felt good to hear them. And then I couldn't see the audience because of the lights, thank God, but I could hear them, and they were like, "Come on, you look good, you better sing, sister," and all this. And to do an original song is a big risk too.
Right. They have to like the song, and they have to like your performance, and they have to like your voice. Wow.
They will boo you if they don't like your outfit. Like they are brutal. And I looked like a fairy. So I was like,
but that was what I was beautiful.
That was the look I was going for. Thank you. But when I was done, I had to stand an ovation. And I was just like, okay, this happens. Okay. I lost myself though. Like I didn't post the whole video, but I was shouting during my performance.
That's
like, orchestrating the band. And when I was done, I just had, you could see me just like breathing, like, it's over. Thank you, Jesus. I made it. Bye. Like
right. And this was what month was this? This was just a few months ago.
This was July 27th.
Yeah. Right.
I go back next week.
Next week.
A week from today. Yeah.
September the 14th, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow. Yeah. That's I'm proud of you, like you mine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, let me back up just a little bit. You said you lost your biological mom.
Mm-hmm.
So the mom that had, did you say Alzheimer's or dementia?
Mm-hmm. Alzheimer's
was not your biological mom?
No, she was actually my great grandmother. She raised me.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So are you and your mom closer now?
We're working on it. We're working on our relationship. It's better than it's ever been, but it wasn't always good. When I did go through my homelessness, she was one of the people that was not there for me. And just wasn't a part of my life growing up. So we're trying to find new footing. And she was definitely what I needed in that moment. And I told her that I was like, I'm grateful that you were able to give me what I needed for one of the first times in my life. So I mean, look, she knows.
Sometimes you got to tell people what it is so they understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, but she's trying. So I do appreciate that. And it's never too late until it's too late.
Right. That's great.
Yeah.
So September 14th, but you have another date in October.
So the way it's set up is I placed, so that means I get to go back. I came in second. So I have to place again in September. Then I get to make it to the semifinals in October.
Let me pause you. You placed, and then when you place again in September, then what happens in October? Okay, I just want to get the verbiage correct.
Listen, so you have to place again in September. So
when you place again
when I place in September, when I place next week, right. I then go to the semifinale in October. Then I go to the finale in November.
Okay.
It's a lot. it's a lot, because especially going from coast to coast, because I'm in Seattle and they're in New York, so it's a lot. And I'm really nervous more this time because I won't have as many people there. But you know, everybody's like, well, we're coming to the finale. And I'm like, well, I gotta make it. And they're like, you're gonna make it, because they're buying plane tickets. Like, people have already
Yeah.
But you know, I'm trying to work on my confidence for this. I don't want to get booed.
You got this. And Memphis.
I'm trying to work for it. Maybe if I just say Memphis, they won't boo me. They'll be scared. I don't know. Because they know we crazy.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I'm from Orange now. Don't play with me. Period.
I'm about to sing, so don't
just walk out doing it and maybe.
Yes. That's it. That's all.
That's all I need to do. Yeah, but I'm just trying to make it through. And I have like a really big audition that morning, so I'm just like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. But Apollo actually opened up the door for that audition, so either way, it still is a blessing. And I've been booked like crazy. I'm actually booked up until the rest of the year. So it's been good. It's just a lot.
My little dog is wreaking havoc, and now he turned around looking at me like I'm the one that's causing the problem.
That's why my cat is downstairs. Because he will be chirping. Oh, hello.
Sis. There.
You get along with your cat?
You know, I got 2 cats.
They get along with him?
Yes, because he's an old guy. We've had him since 2013. And one of the cats, the one that you see me talking to all the time, the white guy, he is terrible, but he doesn't hurt him. He'll just like jump over him or swipe at his tail or something. And he just acts like in his mind, the cats don't exist. He just act like they don't exist, and it works.
Okay. Whatever dynamic works.
Right. Your cat is so funny. He's cute.
He is, and all he does is chirp. You know, he's a Maine Coon, so he doesn't meow. He chirps, and it's so loud. He wakes me up at 5 something in the morning every day. He knows how to open the door.
Oh my God! I discovered that my cats know how to open doors. They keep opening the garage door, and I'm like,
they're so smart.
They are amazing.
They need to stop.
And so they need to stop. And so you travel. Do you get a pet sitter for your baby, or you?
Yeah, he goes to a pet luxury hotel. Only the best. Like, he drinks bottled water. I mean, he's my child, so he drinks what I drink. So he has Fiji water. He goes to a luxury hotel. He gets massages. He goes to the
cat clearly is not from Orange Mound.
Mama moved out of Orange Mound, so the best. His food is delivered to the door.
Oh my goodness.
He has a dermatologist because he has allergies. Like, he's spoiled rotten. Yeah, he's very well taken care of. I wish I could live his life.
Yeah, I need some of that.
Because he sleeps like 15 hours a day. And
that's all they do. And they're acting like they're so tired.
Yawns right after stretches. Yeah. So
Miss Javae, so I've got your dates coming up. We need to make sure that we get that out there. Tell me how I can share, like, what's all of your social media sites? Where can we find your music? Give me everything.
So everything is just Javae Music. My website, all of my socials are the same thing. I try to make sure it's all the same. Yeah, all of my music is literally everywhere. If you type in Javae, I'll pop up. So.
And Javae is Javae, right?
Yep, V as in Valentine. Mm-hmm.
V as in Valentine. And I know you have a TikTok.
Yeah, Javae Music.
Yeah, we follow each other.
I know, yeah.
And you have Instagram too?
I have Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube.
Okay.
Twitter.
Oh, you got Twitter too?
I've never really on Twitter. I've never been a Twitter type of person, but they tell you gotta have it all. So I haven't posted
I
since
tried
Apollo.
Twitter twice and I can't do it.
I literally get on their post and don't and forget. So I posted when I did Apollo and that was it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get on Twitter. I'm more of an Instagram TikTok girl.
Yeah. I'm loving TikTok these days.
No, it's so funny. You'll cry for like one video, then the next video you're like laughing until your stomach hurts. Next video you mad. Like it's a lot.
It's an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes you gotta unplug, like,
Oh yeah.
and now like with what I'm trying to do and just be more present and sharing information with people. Sometimes I'll just post something and then I'm off because I don't want to read or hear anything. But Javae, Memphis is proud of you. Orange Mound is proud of you. We are rooting for you.
Thank you.
And I just can't wait to see what great things you do. And I'm gonna have a video where I did a chat with her. So when she get like Beyonce status, I'm gonna be like, yeah. But I was the first one.
Oh my God, I love you. And we're
gonna do interviews, and she did one for me.
Because I hate them. It just I think it's weird for like to talk about yourself.
You did amazing talking about yourself. You shared so much. Just learning about your musical process and things that fed you and sharing some of your personal life. Just thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. Javae music, people. Why I won't call you coffee girl? Javae.
Look, I've answered to Java. I just be like, forget it.
Javae music.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Thank you, love. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Bye.